The JA competition in the Czech Republic is a competition amongst student companies. The whole idea is that a group of students starts a company, not in theory, not just playing around, not on a white piece of paper, but really establishes a company, and the very best company will then represent the Czech Republic on the European final, which this year will be in Istanbul.
I'm very interested in business, and I'm hoping one day to be able to open my own startup, some type of business idea. So having the opportunity to do it now and really start with basically like a head jump, start first, I really didn't see a reason not to.
I think one of the motivation was to gain practical experiences, also develop strong relationships with others and gain a sense of a community with people that have common interests, as I do.
This year's idea in the Junior Achievement Program is fantastic. They really came up with a great idea, and mostly I would give credit to the co-instructor, Heinrich Homela, who's worked with them to come up with an idea in the creative process that really allows them to consider as students what is important and what is a need of students. And that's in fact what they created, a company called List and Eat. And List and Eat is by students for students.
Our business is an app which helps you to build your own weekly schedule in terms of your weekly menus, because as a student you don't really have this time to figure out and make a decision. So then it builds for you, based on your preference, your weekly menu with all the dishes and how to cook them with very specific details.
We first started from choosing the audience we want to work for, and only then, after choosing the audience we want to help, we started thinking about how we can help the audience. And we came up with this idea of creating the list of products that will help students to spend less money and eat more healthy. And this is how we basically worked on our project.
Biggest challenge so far in the project, as usual, is time management, learning how to work with other people and to collaborate well, and also working with professors, learning how to understand their feedback and take it with a grain of salt. Maybe we're all going in with different ideas about what we actually want to get, and so I think that's a big difficulty, is just aligning all of our motivation into one direction.
I am mentoring student companies for the last 13 or 15 years, and the way I see the students are taking benefit from that has changed actually. In these days, students really learn how to sell themselves, how to sell their ideas, how to generate not just an audience for buying the products, but also an audience from investors, from those who have the money and who are eager to invest into young people, into young students who maybe don't have the experience, but who definitely have the courage and who have the brains and who have the ideas.
Since both of our professors have so many experience working with students, with smaller startups, with projects like this, they were able to inspire me and take courage, take risks, take responsibilities. And that's not something that every person can take easily. It's not something that you are willing to take on a daily basis maybe, because you don't want to fail, you don't want to feel this fear of failure. And they were able to encourage me to take it, and I hope that I learned a lot from that. I actually learned a lot from that. And later on, once I graduate from AAU, I believe that I will not be scared, I will not be afraid to do more than that.
I would recommend that students who have an opportunity to apply their learning while they're learning, to do it at any chance, and to really try out things. Don't be afraid, because whether they fail or they don't, there's no such thing actually as failing. You're just going to learn something along the way that you'll apply somewhere else. And sometimes you don't know it, but it will come back to you later as a benefit.
Even though we are students, we don't have that much of experience, we were able to achieve, we were able to create a real company from scratch, with the guidance of our professors and friends and mentors. And that process was such an amazing experience. We had so much fun. We are actually a well-developed team right now in the stage of probably joining. I am amazed how many good memories we've made so far with the team, and these memories are going to stay for a long time for sure, because that's a unique experience.
So on the first place is the team. Drum roll. Is the team. So it's the team. Listen it.